started cutting some pieces last night because I had a chance, and I'll just go through some of those, and then we'll continue making the drawers. They're going to fill the cabinets. Like I said, I have 10 drawers, a couple over the toilet. I have a full bank in the middle and over on the kitchen side. I have 2 uppers on this side, and then I have the one underneath my on top of the counter cabinet. So we'll get to work. So first of all, to make the drawers, you need to find out what kind of drawer slide you're going to use. I picked up some Richelieu 18-inch drawer slides. They are cabinet grade with a soft close. They'll pull all the way out. When you push them back in, they'll finish their closure at the end. I have a ball bearing locking pin that when we're done will help hold all of the drawer fronts clipped into place so they won't open while you're driving. Once you get past them, and they are adjustable, drawer will slide all the way out, and when you push it, it'll just finish up its closure, and at the end you probably have to give it a little tap to get through into the ball bearing, but we'll see how that goes. So the reason you got to get your drawer slides first is because you got to know from the inside of your cabinet the space to leave between your drawer slides. These recommend 1/4 inch on each side. So for the 2 slides, you need to be a 1/2 inch narrower than your inside cabinet opening. So I measure my cabinet openings and I made a list. And from the list, I also looked at the height of each drawer face. So I want a narrow drawer at the top and 2 large ones at the bottom on my full 3 drawer units. And then a couple of my units, I only have 2 drawers above. So I decided on 2 small ones, and then there's actually a cabinet door underneath each of those. So I made the list from there. I figured out how many deep drawers I wanted and how many narrow drawers I wanted. And I started cutting some plywood. Use 1/2 inch Baltic birch, and I cut the 4 sides of each drawer. So this is the Russian birch. These are cut into 4-inch strips, 60 inches long. Each drawer will be 17 3/8 inch deep to work out with the drawer slides I have. And the 4-inch height is what you require for a narrow 5.5 inch drawer front. So for the deep drawers on the bottom, I have 9-inch stock cut, and these are the side pieces. They're 17 3/8 inch long and 9 inches high. So they'll be the sides of each of the deep drawers. The bases are 17 3/8 inch deep to match our sides, but they're also a 1/2 inch narrower because of our drawer slides, and another 3/4 inch narrower because I have 2 1/2 inch pieces to go on the sides, and I'm also going to then router in a 1/8 inch slot down the side of here to put the bases into. So instead of being another inch narrower, it's only 3/4 because I need to add an 1/8 for each side. I'm going to get started now and put those routed grooves into the sides of the drawers. First thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to round all the top edges of my drawer pieces off so they'll create a nice finish. Then we're going to go ahead and put our 1/2 inch slot in here to take our base. So I got 10 sets here, well actually 9, I got one over on the other table. And each set is made up of bottom, 2 sides, and 2 ends. All the sets are cut, ready to go. They're all sanded down with 100. We'll put them together now, and then we'll sand them with 120, and they'll be ready for some lacquer. So what I'm going to do is put some glue in this edge here, and that piece will go into that groove. A bit of glue down here. This piece will go into this groove. And with a little bit of glue down each end, these ends will then go on the ends. And that'll be your drawer, ready for sliders on the bottom and to slide in and out. So there we have it, 10 drawers ready for some sanding. Give them a quick sand with some 180 grit sandpaper, and then we'll go ahead and put a couple coats of lacquer on them, and we'll see them in a couple days for the install. I got my drawers all put together, and I have a coat of Varathane on. They're just sort of stacked up around the place here, getting ready to put them in. So I did put these two in here, and they look like they're going to work pretty well. They have a soft closure on them, so we just get them to there. They just close themselves in. There are door fronts, of course, to go on here. I also built the box that I'm putting underneath. This is the one that I'll be able to use for shorter people to get up into the bed, and also for storage. And also it's 17 inches high, and so it'll work as a nice seat. So I have the drawer fronts to go on that part there, and then of course there'll be a matching front that's going to be about 3 inches higher on that bench, so then that'll all match up. But for now, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to put the drawer sliders in. So I'm using Richelieu soft close cabinet sliders. I also need a set of these corners as well. These go on the drawers, and what they do is they lock the drawer in place. And then this handle here, when you push it in, actually releases the drawer out the front. There are pins at the back here, and when we slide the drawer in, it'll butt into the back of the drawer, and it'll make a mark. I can drill a hole, and then that holds the drawer from tipping forward. So let's get these mounted up. I want my drawers to align with the ones that are on here. My top drawer is actually going to follow all the way across. There'll be 3 of them the exact same height all the way across these 3 cabinets. So what I'm going to do is measure down from the top of the cabinet, and I'm going to use the top of the slide because it's easier to install once you've marked your line. And I'm going to use a square and mark a line into the cabinet that I can align my drawer with. So I used my square and drew my line for what's going to be the top of my drawer slider. So now my drawer slider is going to hang right about here. I'm just going to be 1/8 of an inch in from the front, and I'm going to put those on both sides. So what we're going to do now is we take this and we slide it into place. We get the drawer fairly straight and even on each side. It kind of does it itself. We just don't want the drawer twisted one way or the other. And we're going to do a little bang on each side. And what that does is it gives us a very small marking here for where we're going to drill a hole. There's the hole drilled, one on each end of the back of the drawer. And we're going to turn that around so slide that into place, and now it clips on both of the front clips, and our drawer is ready to pull out a little hard because we don't have a handle on it, but once it comes out it won't tip over because of the holes in the back. When we close it, our soft closers take over and finish it off. So one of the reasons we go just 1/8 of an inch in this side is that when the soft closer comes, it actually takes over about 1.5 inches out. So it will actually bring your front panel flush to each of your panels here. So these corner clips are the other part for the drawer sliders, and they kind of go right into the corner. I've already got the front on here, but basically you can see they go right up to where the front is, and they have the adjustments. So these will raise your corner up and down. This will actually take your drawer side to side. That works on both sides. So once your drawer is installed, you can even out the lines between your drawers. With the drawer sliders out and those holes drilled at the back of your drawer, they will then hook on to this piece right here. And so when that's all ready to go, you just set your drawer on top of the slides and push it firmly in until it clicks. Of course, now I can't open that because I don't have a handle on, so that's my next process now. Is I got my handles sitting on the seat there, and we're going to put the handles in and finish off these drawers. Well, there we are with the first few handles on. It's looking pretty good. Fortunately, my helper's in front of the other drawers. Helper, Tulsa, you're going to have to move. You're in the way. Huh. All right. Well, we'll have to get back to this later. So there's that side with the drawer handles all on. I think it looks pretty good. We got the ones up on the back completed as well on the overhead cabinets. And the 3 drawers down beside the refrigerator and sink. So the next project is to build the cabinet doors for the over-the-counter cabinet and also for the sink. We've got a Corian countertop still to go in there, and of course we got our cabinet to finish for where the refrigerator is. So that'll be coming up here in the next few weeks.